morning. My name is Debbie Pyatt Corbett. I'm a fitness and wellness specialist too with Memorial Health System. This is part of our Move series, and today I'm going to show you some practices you can do to calm the mind, to instill peace in whatever situation that you're dealing with. Now, I was asked to target this towards children, but truly, whether you're a child or whether you're an adult, it's the same principle. It's the same practice that we begin with. This isn't something that we can fix overnight, but as you start doing this practice, you will find it easier and easier to deal with anxiety and stressful situations in your life. Now, I have a stability ball that I'm going to sit on. You can sit on a chair, you can stand. In Tai Chi class, we sit part of the time, we stand part of the time, we do movement part of the time. So you do what's comfortable for you. It might be comfortable to sit on the floor or to sit on a bed, whatever works for you. But I'm going to sit on this stability ball. And you can hear my music in the background. It's very calming, it's very peaceful. I have the lights down low. That's also important to get in a meditative state. Throughout our day, we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts that cross our mind. Some people a little less, some people a little more. But the reality of it is, we don't know why we got up off the couch and walked into the kitchen. That's because we don't know how to focus. And as a child, we're always saying to our kids, focus, focus. Why can't you just focus? I say it to my puppy. Well, you have to be trained on how to focus. You can't just tell someone focus and expect them to understand how to do it. So this is the first step in doing that. With those 60 to 70,000 thoughts that we have in a day, those have been programmed in our life from a long, long time ago. And we will always go back to what is comfortable, what is familiar. Now, I use the word comfortable. They might not be thoughts that make you feel good, but it's comfortable for us to think those thoughts because it's the only way we've ever been. Do you know that most of our subconscious mind is programmed between that last trimester in utero and age 7? So really, at that age, we have no control over it. It's our environment. It's those that are around us. It's experiences we have, see, and hear that program that subconscious. So what's comfortable and familiar is always going back to the way we've thought about things. To change that takes a little bit of focus. And I'm going to try to start to teach you how to do that. So get to where it's comfortable. And we're going to relax the shoulders, the neck, the head, the arms. Now in Tai Chi, we do something called holding that chi ball or that ball of energy. You can do that if it's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for you, just place your hands on your thighs, drop your arms at your side, but you want to be aware of number 1, your breathing, and number 2, any tension you're holding in the body. As we inhale, we want to elongate that breath in. As we exhale, we want to elongate that exhalation as well. When you exhale is when you target in on the tension in your body and you try to release it. So you do whatever you want with your arms. If you prefer standing, you can stand. So we're going to start by deep breathing. When you're focusing on your breathing, you're calming the mind, and all of those thoughts are no longer flying through your head. So let's take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. As you exhale, let the tension drop out of the neck, the shoulders, the arms, even the jaw. Relax the jaw. Inhale. Exhale. Now, it's not necessary that you close the eyes. If you find it easier to focus by doing that, drown out everything around you, close your eyes. We also do a soft gaze where our eyes are just slightly closed and we focus on something. Whatever works for you is what I'd like you to do right now. Release the tension in the back, the arms, the shoulders. Focus on the music that I have playing. Realizing that your mind is always going to want to go back where it's familiar. So your mind is going to want to wander. The more often you do this practice, the easier it's going to be to learn how to focus. Now in our breathing, we use diaphragmatic breaths, which means we distend the abdomen as we inhale. We squeeze it in as we exhale, releasing tension from the body. Over time, you want to see if you can inhale for a full 7 counts and exhale for a full 8 counts. That doesn't mean hold your breath when you get to the 3rd count. That means constant motion on inhaling and exhaling for those full counts. All right, if it's easier for you to close your eyes, I'd like you to do that, and I'm going to lead you in a meditation. I want you to try to think of the things that I'm asking you to focus on. You to think of a beach. It could be at a lake or at the ocean, but think of a beach. Get a vision of what that beach looks like to you. What does it feel like to put your bare feet in the sand? The sand pressing up between your toes. Can you feel it all throughout the foot? What is the weather like? Can you feel the warm sun shining down on you? I want you to see that in your mind's eye. Is there a breeze? Is the breeze warm? Is your hair blowing with that breeze? Now hear the water. What does it sound like? Are there big waves? Do you hear small splashes? Is the water hitting rocks or just sand? What are you wearing while you're on the beach? Get that vision in your mind's eye. Keep lengthening those breaths, finding the tension in your body and releasing it. Just enjoying the warmth of the sun, hearing the water, feeling the sand on your feet. Now we're going to change locations. I want you to see yourself walking on a trail. Is that trail in the woods? Or is that trail on pavement? Envision yourself walking on a trail. Again, do you feel the sun, or are you shaded by trees and just little glimpses of sun hit your shoulders as you're walking? What do you hear as you walk? Are your shoes crunching on leaves or branches? Or are you hearing the pavement beneath your feet? Do you hear birds singing? Now we're going to change locations again. You're in a cabin. You look out the window and you see snow starting to fall. What does that look like from inside, looking out at the snowflakes coming down? Envision a fireplace burning. What do you hear from the crackling of the fire? Can you feel the warmth of the fireplace? Envision yourself getting bundled up to go outside in the snow. So you're putting on layers of warmth, a coat, a scarf, gloves. Last thing you put on is your boots. And you open the door. What does that door feel like as you're pushing it open? Is it heavy? Is it light to move? As you step outside, are you on a porch? Do you have steps to go down, or are you stepping out onto a patio? Now you step out into the snow. It's only you. The moon is full. You look up and you can feel the snowflakes dropping down on your face. And it's beautiful looking at that moonlight reflecting through the snowflakes onto the snow. What does it sound like as you're walking across the snow? Can you hear the snow crunching under your boots? You feel the snowflakes falling on your face. And you decide you're going to get very childlike and you're going to make a snow angel. So you lie down in the snow. Can you feel the coolness of the snow? The snowflakes are still falling down on your face, and the moon is glistening. You begin to move your arms and your legs, making that angel in the snow. Can you feel your arms moving? Can you feel your legs moving? Starting to get a little bit of a chill. Now you slowly get up and walk back to the house, hearing the snow crunch under your boots. You enter the house. Now you're taking off that coat, scarf, hat, gloves, and you walk over to that fireplace. You feel the warmth, and you're gazing into that fire. Now you sit down on the hearth, close your eyes, take a few of your deepest breaths in and then exhaling. One more deep breath in. And exhale. I want you to open your eyes, shake the tension out of the arms, the shoulders, the body. Take your hands, rub your legs a little bit, all the way down to the feet. Rub each arm. Now this is part of Tai Chi. It's It's the self-massage modality. And why is it important? Number one, to get circulation flowing through the body. But number two, we carry so much tension in our body that we aren't aware of. And by doing the self-massage, we're releasing those blockages, allowing circulation to flow freely, which will help to calm your mind and spirit. Now, what we just did, if you could stay focused on the descriptions I was giving you, you just learned how to calm the mind. That's the first step in focus. Our mind will always want to go where it's comfortable or familiar. Now remember, comfortable doesn't mean a wonderful feeling. It means what we're used to. So when we start to want to calm the mind, when we're in an anxious situation, when we're stressed out, you can't just flip a switch and go from being anxious to no, I'm no longer anxious. I love this person. I'm not letting them get to me. I'm calm about this test. I'm calm about the workplace. The first thing we have to do is silence those 60 to 70,000 thoughts that are flying through our head and cause our subconscious to go into a state of calmness where it might not be comfortable because it's not familiar. You know, your body doesn't want to sit there and focus and calm. Your body wants to go, 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 go. Let those thoughts go. But that's not teaching us to gain control over our thoughts. Every thought you have is energy, whether you recognize the thought or not. And every bit of energy that you send out is causing an emotion in your body. That emotion is being sent out, and in the field of science, like attracts like. So if we're sending out anxiety and stress, we want calmness and peace, but we're not going to get that back, because what goes out flows back to us. So we first have to learn to just silence all the thoughts. Don't try to go from a state of being upset about what this person said, or anxious about this test, or walking into the workplace and all of a sudden being calm. Just take the time to calm the mind. And as you do that, you're training your mind for you to have control over those thoughts. That's step one. And the more often you do a practice like this, the easier it's going to be that when you're in the midst of an anxious situation, when you're in the middle of being so stressed out and you don't know how to control your emotions, slowly you'll begin to be able to calm yourself. But it takes practice, like anything else. How does an athlete get to be so good? An NFL player, an NBA player. They weren't programmed that in their subconscious mind from that third trimester to age 7. But what they've done is repetition. They run those plays over and over and over in their mind. You'll see them with their headphones on, their earbuds in. They're seeing those plays over and over and over. They're running the same patterns on the field or on the basketball court, and that's how they get good at it. It's the same with learning how to focus and how to calm the mind. We have to practice it because we weren't taught that. In Eastern religion, Eastern medicine, they're taught this from a very young age. It doesn't matter what your age is, we can do this. You just have to put the time in. So just start by 2 or 3 minutes a day, calming the mind, finding something to focus on. It could be the meditation I just led you in, or it could be a candle in front of you. It can be envisioning your pet's face, and every time your mind wanders, you bring it back to that pet's face. That brings you joy and peace. But when you can start to calm the mind for 2, 3, 10 minutes a day, then you'll realize that when you're in the midst of those situations, you'll be able to start calming the mind again. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I hope you will start to practice this. It doesn't happen overnight, but just like anything else, the more we practice it, the better we become at it. It becomes familiar to us. it becomes a comfortable place to be. And then all of a sudden we realize those situations, those people do not get us so anxious any longer. We have regained control over our thoughts, the energy we're putting out, and the emotions we're sending out. So therefore that good and calmness comes back to us. Thank you very much. I'll be back again next Friday. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye.